Hello students, welcome back. The question is from GATE 2016 exam and this one is for 2 marks. They are asking which of the following are stateful application layer protocols, and the choices are HTTP, FTP, TCP, which is the transmission control protocol, FTP is file transfer protocol, and we have POP3, which is post office protocol 3. Now they are asking about stateful as well as application layer protocols. That means TCP can never be the answer because it is not application layer protocol. So option B can be rejected because it has 3. That means option B is saying TCP is a stateful application layer protocol. So this one is surely not the answer. Okay. Now let us discuss about stateful and stateless protocols. See. Suppose this is a client and this is a server machine. Client will make a request to server. Suppose this request is called request R1. Okay. Now in case of stateless protocols, once this server has replied to a request, it will forget everything about this client. So server will reply to a client, to any request made by client, and it will forget everything. Okay. If next time this client makes a request, suppose now this client makes a request R2. This server will not remember that earlier also both of these parties communicated. It will treat this client as a new client and this one will be treated as a fresh request. Okay. So this request is independent from the previous one. In case of stateless protocols, each and every request is an independent transaction. Okay. So no data from previous request is required while making a new request. That means the server will not maintain any data about the state of a client. Okay, this is the reason such protocols are called stateless. Now let's discuss about stateful protocols. Now if we are using a stateful protocol for the purpose of communication, once a request is made, the server will remember that this client is communicating with this server, what all requests have been made earlier. And for current request, suppose current request is Rn, this server machine may use some data from the previous requests. That means this request may or may not be an independent one. Okay. So there is a probability it depends upon the previous request. Okay. That means every time while replying, server will look into some data that is saved regarding this client. Okay. Such protocols are called stateful because state of a client that is connected to a server is maintained on server side. Okay. Now in my theory lectures, I have already taught you that HTTP is a stateless protocol. So HTTP is stateless. They are asking about stateful. That means this one cannot be the answer. So option A is also rejected. FTP is stateful. This one is obviously stateful. POP3 is also stateful. That means all of these three are stateful. But they are asking only about application layer protocols. That means 2 and 4 only will be the answer. So 2 and 4 only, that means option C, this is the answer. Now you need not look into the details of why this is stateful and all of that stuff. Just memorize it. But for option C, for TCP, you need to understand its working completely because this is mentioned in syllabus. We need to know the details of TCP. That means that 3 phases and all of that stuff. The connection establishment phase and data transfer phase, then connection termination phase. You need to know the details of how this protocol works. Okay. And obviously, if you know the details, you can guess that this one is a stateful protocol. Okay. Anyways, answer to this question is 2 and 4 only. Now you can have a look at the examples of stateless and stateful protocols. See, IP, HTTP, UDP and this DNS. These are all stateless protocols. And stateful protocols are Telnet, BGP, TCP, POP3 and FTP. This one, BGP, it stands for Border Gateway Protocol. I'll not go into details, but you can simply remember this is a stateful protocol. Okay.